Hello and welcome to ThePrint. For decades, the Maoist insurgency gripped parts of India with armed conflict along with ideological warfare. But now, there may be signs of a shift from the armed rebellion that once aspired to change the prevalent political and government apparatus in the country. In a press release of 15th August, but made public only yesterday, the Communist Party of India Maoist has declared a temporary ceasefire. The letter, allegedly written by a senior Maoist leader under the alias Abhay, expresses a willingness to lay down arms and begin peace talks with the Indian government. The statement says, and I quote, "Given the changed circumstances in the world and country, we have decided to lay down our arms in view of continuous requests from the Prime Minister, the Home Minister and senior police officers." The purported press release also urges the government to spread the message through public broadcasters like Doordarshan and Akashvani to ensure it reaches imprisoned cadres and those operating in remote regions. But it's not as straightforward as it seems. This has been released purportedly signed by Abhay, whose real name is Mallojilla Venugopal and who is member of the Maoist Politburo and considered a key contender for leadership following the killing of top commander Basavaraju in May this year. Remember, Basavaraju was killed in an anti-Maoist operation in Chhattisgarh, Avujmar. I will share the link to the stories and videos on this from May in the description box. But following his killing, a power vacuum was created which reportedly exposed deep divisions within the organization. Security sources, meanwhile, are trading carefully. On the one hand, this could be a breakthrough. On the other, they are also not ruling out this statement as a diversionary tactic. Some officers have flagged the unusually respectful tone in the letter, which refers to Indian leaders with honorifics like Honorable Prime Minister and senior officers. This isn't typical Maoist language and it has raised eyebrows. This new way of referring to India's elected government ministers is quite a recent phenomenon for the Maoists. However, what adds to the intrigue is the gap between the date the statement was issued and its eventual reaching the press. In this 1 month, security forces have dealt crucial blows to their organizational strengths, killing 2 Central Committee members in Modam Balakrishna in Chhattisgarh as well as Sahdev Soren in Jharkhand. Meanwhile, at the same period, Maoists have also been accused of killing civilians, including teachers in Chhattisgarh. Sophisticated arms like AK-47s were recovered from Maoist sites. Hence, several officials are not convinced about the proposal of a ceasefire from Maoists, even if the press statement turns out to be genuine. There are other twists to the story too. The Maoist movement might now be split between 2 ideological directions. On one side, there is Sonu, a politically oriented figure now promoting talks and de-escalation. On the other hand, Thipiri Tirupati, also known as Devji, is a hardline military strategist. According to officials, this ceasefire announcement may reflect an internal divide, with one faction pushing for negotiation and others choosing to stay in the shadows, armed and ready. Bastar Inspector General of Police Sundarraj Pattilingam has confirmed that authenticity of the press release is still under examination. He emphasized that any decisions on engaging with the Maoists lie strictly with the government and will depend on a complete assessment of the situation. Meanwhile, no orders have been issued to pause anti-Naxal operations in any of the affected states. The security apparatus continues to operate at full scale as it has been for years. Even on Wednesday, 2 suspected Maoists have been killed in an encounter with C-60 commandos of Maharashtra police in the state's Naxal-infested Gadchiroli district. The forests that are red with blood can only be turned into forests of peace if the government collectively takes this stand, wrote Abhay in the purported press statement. We'll have to wait and watch if the goal of ending Maoist violence in the country, publicly declared by the Home Minister Amit Shah with deadline of March 2026, is achieved.